The dragon keep is calling through the winding cobbled streets. The roar of the adventures falling at your feet. Gothic craft, grab your sword and shields. Bring your dragon to heel. Gothic craft, create a world that feels magic and Time is slowly turning as the streets and castles burning. It's up to you to save the day. Gothic craft, grab your sword and shield. Bring your dragon to heel. Gothic craft, create a world that feels magic and real. Destiny is laid before you as you draw your sword. Be the hero we believe in and save the Gothic craft, give your sword and shield. Bring your dragon to heel. Gothic craft, create a world that feels magic and
Hello, 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 hello. How is everyone doing? Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to another live stream, and welcome back to episode 4 of the Gothic castle build. We made a lot of progress on Tuesday, and I aim to do the same tonight. That is the plan. I do still plan on getting this completed in 10 live streams, and I do plan on getting it completed castle. Yeah, hopefully we'll get there, because this is the 4th attempt at a castle, and we've never gotten one completed yet. So that is the plan, everyone. We'll start by doing some shout outs as always. You got any questions, stick them in the chat. If you got any questions in regards to the Mike is giving away this man. We ain't even started mid-floor, and he's coming in there with the gifted members as always, mate. Painting the chat green. What an absolute legend you are. Cannot thank you enough. Huge welcome to the new members, courtesy of Mikey's Gaming Oasis. That is Garner Loudermilk. We've got Arc Monster. We've got the Gyroscope. Who else have we got on there? Why can't I see it? I can't see the other ones. Let me just quickly hide. I need to hide this poll. That's the problem. It's covering everything up. How do I hide that? Don't know what I'm doing. Hopefully there's a poll up there as well. I have said, how many streams do you think I'll get this completed in? I'm aiming for 10. Let me know, and we'll look at the end of the stream and see what we've got. Yes, there they are. So the Gyroscope, Josh Lass, Nitchy Litchy, great name by the way. Welcome to Team Green. Thank you so much, Mikey, as always, pal. You're an absolute legend, mate. Right, a few shout outs. We'll answer a few questions, and then I promise we will make a start. So we'll start by saying a huge warm welcome to Chris Finch, as always, buddy. How you doing? Aldiana, how's it going? Again, Mike is Gaming Oasis. Got to start the stream outright, mate. You're a legend, man. Amanda Burns, how you doing? Welcome back. We've also got Arc Monster. How's it going, buddy? We've said Garner, Loudermilk. Beefy Level 5, welcome to another stream. Cyan Empress, as always, says, if you get to 10 streams, you deserve an event done for you. If I get a completed castle, that's the biggest achievement. But I'm planning on doing Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Sundays. I want to do that until we get this done. I think the issue I've normally got is, well, the last one was I had a massive problem with Ragnarok and it crashed and I couldn't bring my build back. But 9 times out of 10, I move on to something else, and after I've come back to it, I kind of lose my flow. So the plan will be at least 2 streams a week, 3 if possible, to try and keep it consistent across it, and we'll get it complete. So that's the plan. How many streams yet? Now, this is number 4, Sandy. So again, I think we're doing well. We've made a lot more progress than we normally do, and I am going to try and keep the build down to not massive like I normally do. So that's the plan. Cindy, how's it going? Sebessa as well, welcome to the stream. We've got loads of new faces in here. It's always nice to see, and as Science says as well, a lot of regulars as well. I do like that. So yeah, we will make a start shortly. As I said, I just want to make sure I've got everything up and running. We'll let a few more people come in because I was actually bang on time this time round. So we'll get a few more people into the stream, and then we'll make a start. So yeah, got any questions you want to ask? Stick it in the chat. Doesn't have to be about this stream. You can ask questions about the mod, what mod's coming out next. I might tell you, I might not, but yeah, just feel free. And I always shout out everyone as well. So if it's your first stream, I always like to get at least 1 or 2 new people in the stream. So if it's your first stream and you haven't said anything, just say hello, and I'll give you a shout out. Mystery Magic, how's it going? Welcome, welcome. The text is small for some reason tonight. I don't think I've ever done a stream where everything stayed the same across it. So like now my text is really small. That's why I'm struggling to read. And as you know, words are normally hard for me anyway at the best of times. Art Monster says, love the additions to the Gothic craft, by the way. Thank you. And again, we will be adding more. We've just kind of give ourselves a bit of a... because I think I've said this before, it took a long time to make. So we're going to give ourselves a little bit of a breather in terms of the modern, and then get back to kind of pumping out some new content for this. And then the good thing is as well, the plan has always been to add some of the kind of functionality we've got on Gothic craft to Castlecraft as well, so that they're kind of both consistent across the board. So that is the plan. Hopefully that'll not be too long. Have you seen Fernandez and Dennis's new mod today? I haven't. No. Any good? Ella, how's it going? As always, welcome back. Diana says, is there a discount for using Nitrado through you? And do you get anything? So there's not a good segue, because I normally say this at the start of the stream. You don't get a discount, unfortunately. That's something I have been asking for. So that is kind of hopefully going to happen. But ultimately, if you use my link, it just means that it keeps my servers running. It keeps the sponsorship going with Nitrado, so I don't get anything personally, other than obviously I've got the community servers for you guys as well. But it just lets them know that I'm shouting them out and that type of thing. But yeah, please use the link if you could. That'd be great. But if not, it's fine. All good. All good. Just Jiffy says, I tried out the grill and the well today, looking gorgeous. Good stuff. I appreciate that. I'm glad we've got some utilities in there. I think I said in the last stream as well, the issue I've got, these things don't exist in Gothic times, so it's trying to come up with some ideas for things like, I mean, we've done the teleporters, but things like, industrial grills, industrial forges, that type of thing. So I need some inspiration. So if anyone's got any, please stick it in the Discord. And that will help us out, because that's the biggest problem. It's having the design or the ideas initially to come up with it. Hyper Apex, how you doing, buddy? There's a count of the dis using Nitrado. There is a count of the dis. What does that mean? What does that mean? Hyper. Check your DMs later today. I have a favour to ask of you. No problem, Mike. I'll do that after the stream, mate. Cyan says, indeed, it's dino models. It's really nice to have something else as a cosmetic instead of creatures. Danny did an awesome job. Right, okay, so it's dino models. Nice. I'll check it out. There's a lot of new stuff to skin, and I'm sure Genesis will have even more. Yeah, because the other thing as well, I really do hope that, because we haven't seen this for a while, I do hope with the new Bob's True Tales that's coming out in June, hopefully, fingers crossed, all going well, that there will be some skins, but hopefully they add some new structure pieces to it as well, because I do desperately want kind of steeper roofs and all that kind of stuff, and so hopefully they'll introduce some of that as well, because I haven't heard much from GG Fizz, which leads me to believe he must be busy on this. He must be busy, because I haven't heard a peep from him for months. We use Nitrado and have for a couple of years, so we'll change to your link. Oh, thank you so much, Diane. I appreciate that. Yeah, that would be awesome if you could. Mean Red, how's it going? As always, Just Jiffy says, of course, they existed. Or why you there? Or were you there at the time? Of course, they no, they didn't. All the tech stuff didn't. Well, I don't know if you're winding this up, but if you've got some pictures, send them over. I don't know, Aaron. I'm as lost as you are. It's also her first large-scale solo mod. Cyan, Aaron, she did an awesome job. Oh, good stuff. I will check it out. That flannel shirt guy says, new to the chat, but love your work. Ah, good stuff, man. Welcome to the stream. How you doing? Any chance you will add tech gates? Yes, we're going to add more to it. We just want to get it out there. So yeah, things like that. Pop it in the suggestions as well for mod ideas in the mod Discord, because I will forget, buddy. But yeah, there's a list longer than the arm at the moment in terms of things we want to add to it. So that 100% is definitely in the cards. A lot of people want the tech stuff. So yes, Mean Ren says, lurking today. Got real life stuff going on. No problem. Lurk away. I'm not that old. Well, you said they existed, so you must have seen them. Right. Mark, how you doing? Is the very good... I don't think so. Well, I don't know. I haven't tested it. There wasn't an update. I checked before I logged on. There wasn't any updates. Sandy's in the chat. So, or he was in the chat, so hopefully he'll be able to answer that question. If not, I'll reach out to him and I'll pop something in the Discord for you to see. Right, okay. Let us get cracking. Before I do, as always, I need to say a huge thank you to the sponsors of the channel. Sponsored for so many years now, but Nitrado. They're the guys who host all of our servers. We've got the Build Challenge servers. We've got a cluster of 7 different servers with maps on there. And I think we've got one that rotates every month as well, or every so often. But yeah, if you do want to get your own servers, as I said before, please use the link in my description of this video. But also, there's a channel in the Discord as well, specifically for that. And it just kind of passes them through me. onto the Nitrado website. But yeah, that'll be absolutely awesome if you could. But yeah, without further ado, I think we should get cracking with some building. Been busy with contracts. Listen, Sandy, the people have spoken. They want the gun fixed. No, to be honest with you, It's not that big of an issue, unless you're doing like a finicky build where you've got loads of things layered. If I'm being honest with you, I didn't really notice until I was trying to cycle through the windows, and I was cycling the glass instead. But yeah, I can live with it. I think we can all live with it for now, Sandy. Obviously, you know, you've got stuff to do, mate. Just thought I'd ask, as chat was asking as well, mate. Hyper says, Aaron, give us a flex. Those biceps are barely. I hope you're well, not mine. Will be the characters maybe. I'll send the latest version to Crazy to connect properly for me. Oh, good stuff, man. Please, that'd be cool. That'd be good if you could. Sorry, work is getting in the way of fun, says Diana. And Gia Dayton and Midav, how are you both doing? Right, okay. Science, I genuinely don't have an issue with it when I use the old G function. Yeah, it's just, for me, it's just the outline. Having the outline there. And again, it's just, I use it more so, not for what I'm demolishing, but to count. Just so, it's just... That's the biggest thing I've lost, is the ability to count with a gun. Right, I'll quickly show you what we've got thus far. So this is the outer wall. The plan with this is going to be, I'll just zoom out, is that's going to go all the way around the perimeter. But again, that would probably take a couple of streams in itself, so I didn't want to bore the hell out of you. So the plan's going to be, there's going to be an outer wall. I want to have some big kind of gateways, or a big gateway here. Again, not too sure what we're going to be doing with this. And on Tuesday, we completed the kind of middle section or the side section, depending which way you look at the build. So we created all of this. So the plan tonight is I want to continue with this on the left-hand side. Don't know how far we're going to go with it, but I will do a little bit. And then I want to tackle this tower here, because it's looking a little bit depressed, and it's been like that since the first stream. So I do want to finish this tower. So the plan tonight will be hopefully get a full tower done, and we'll get the main wall of the castle done on the left hand side as well. And yeah, time permitting, we might do a little bit more of the external wall, just so we've got a little bit more to go at. Thank you so much, Treacherous. I appreciate it, buddy. Looking great as always, says Arc Monster. Science says, no worries, Sandy. Danny, how's it going? Says, hi, Aaron. How have you been? I'm good. I am really good. Thank you so much for asking, and welcome to the stream. Kari Corn, that statue you have in the cutouts could potentially be a skin for the Industrial Forge or something close to it. Yeah, that's not a bad shout. Actually, we could do something. I wouldn't reuse the same one, but yeah, that's a good point. Actually, we could do something like that. I like that idea. Sweet, right. Yes, the Tower of Sorrow. That's what we'll call it, to go alongside the Castle of... Was it the Castle of Sorrow you mentioned? Geodaton? Was that the name you came up with? But yeah, we're going to... As I said, we're going to replicate a little bit. When I say a little bit, we'll probably replicate up to this point here, and then I might make this one a little bit longer, just because I don't want it to look too symmetrical, as I said before. But again, the different towers and stuff I'm going to be doing, or the ideas I've got. When I say doing, hopefully, it will break it up, and it will kind of get rid of the symmetry. I need to remember to keep adding the items back in, because what I do at the end of every stream, I dump everything, because I use the pickup on the gun. 5, 6, 7, 8. I think it was 8, wasn't it, last time? So again, if I had the gun with the outline, I would normally... So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Sweet, okay. Mimic, how the Arc Mimic says, hi all, gotta go lurk mode at work, but going to be watching this build. Already looks. Oh, thank you so much, Mimic. I still find it amazing how many people watch during work. It's great, but appreciate you, man. Lurk away, and Danny, thank you so much for your continued support. 29 months as a member, absolutely phenomenal. Let's go, 29 months, can't believe it's been that long. Thank you so much for your continued support, thanks for supporting me in the channel for 29 months. Absolutely insane. You know what? What I might try with this. Oh no. I didn't want to do that. I don't think you wanted to do that. Right, okay. That'll help. Well, that was a bit of a school by error, but here. Anyway, I needed to do this anyway, but maybe it's not as much as that. Oh my god, I'm meant to be building, not demolishing it. Oh, Mike, honestly, buddy, thank you so much. You do this every stream. Really appreciate it. Thanks so much for the 5. We still need the statue of you in your builder belt and one of... Yeah, I totally agree. We do. I need someone to make it, to be fair, because that's something that's out of my skill set. I can model bricks and metal and windows, but yeah, I think people... What I probably could do is we could probably use... I could do a gargoyle head using my, the avatar on my YouTube channel and crazies. That would probably work rather than it being a full-blown statue, possibly. But yeah, as I said, there's loads of stuff I want to add. I actually want to put a lot of little Easter eggs in here. There is still one, and I don't know if anyone's noticed it yet, and I'm not going to mention it. But again, if anyone's using this mod, please send me a picture. If you think you found it, send me the pic, because yeah, we put a little Easter egg in there, and it's quite funny. Feels like forever actually catching a live stream. Life has been... Yeah, you know what? And it was the same for me, to be fair, Danny, and I get it. Real life always comes first. And yeah, I hadn't streamed for about, I think it was close to 3 weeks previous to this week. So, yeah, trying to get back into the swing of things myself. Don't worry, I'm rocking your builder belt as my normal daily wear. Love it. Love it. That's what we like to hear. Sabessa says, how do you donate? Oh, there should be, depends on what you're watching the channel on, if it's on your tablet or your TV or whatever. If you're in the TV, you can't, but you should see in the chat, there should be like a little picture of a dollar note. Click on that and you can do it that way, Sabessa, and it just sends a super chat. But yeah, honestly, don't need to though. As I go and explain how to do it. But yeah, you don't need to, honestly. It's being on... I always say, it's very much appreciated, and I do get shocked when people do. But ultimately, being in the streams, and it sounds cliche, but being in the streams, chatting, keeping, liking the videos, all that kind of stuff, is a lot of support. It's more than enough, to be fair. No worries, Mikey. Appreciate, honestly, as always, mate. Thank you so much for your super chats. And again... the donations and the new members. Thank you so much, buddy. So I'm not going to put one there. Or do I leave it? Yeah, I'll put one there. Because we could put a door there. But I'm going to put, at the moment, a wall. Because I kind of feel... I did say this is going to be the last stage. I'm going to do all the deco and, the idea was just to kind of get the main shape, but this shouldn't take too long, so we can do this. Mark, how you doing? Says Arc building is better than Meccano or Lego ever. Yeah, you know what? I think that's why I love it so much, to be fair, because I say I still do love Lego, but yeah, I just think I love being able to just to be honest with you, I even if Ark did die, I'd still play on my single player and make stuff, you know. And we'll just go with the little slits, I think. Yes, okay. Just let's see what that looks like from a distance. Yeah, I think that looks so much better, and it's just a tiny little detail. But, yeah, I think that works. I'm going to have to keep saving as well, because although we didn't crash... I've said it. Although we didn't crash on Tuesday, did we? Right, that one's got them. Good, okay. So I'll just have a double check. I'm going to actually ghost into these next time, because save a bit of time demoing stuff that doesn't need to be demoed. But here we go. And again, I'm going to cover this for now, but at some point we might decide to put some doors in here so we can get access to these. So if you're an archer, that type of thing. Jiffy says, in the comments of yesterday's stream, I suggested an autosave mod that would make it easier. Yeah, it's, again, is there an autosave mod out? Is that what you're saying? There's already one exists? Because if there is, I might download it, actually, because, yeah, especially when we crash and we've done an absolute ton of the build. There's nothing worse, but, yeah, I just don't want to risk it. Go. Yeah, just adding windows, and that's a silly little thing, but it makes such a difference to a build. Yes. Breaks it up. We will do these after. We'll do these in a bit, but I've done these now to remind me where to go and what to do. Right, okay. So, back to where we were. We're just going to, again, we'll rattle some of this off. Shouldn't be too difficult. And as I said, I do want to try and attempt a tower. Now, I don't know what I'm doing with a tower, but I do want to try and make this one pointy as I can make it. I do want to make it quite tall as well. That last night was awful crashing, and our server had to fish myself out of the ocean a bunch of times. Yeah, I mean, they always say, there's loads of times they say they've fixed it, they've optimized it and made it better, but I just think now crashes are almost like a part of the game, aren't they? And we all just know it's going to happen and just live with it, I guess. Corey says, I have all these streams saved in a folder to have for reference of my own builds. I do have to say that I appreciate you also. You know what? And that, again, I really, really kind of hats off to you if you do follow along with these, because there is a lot of breaking stuff as we go, but yeah, that's probably, a lot of people do ask if I can turn these into a tutorial, but as you've just said there, the best thing to do is just save them as a playlist, and play them on times 2 or 4, and yeah, there's your tutorial, good to go. I mean, I'd probably watch it first, or watch it for a little bit first, because you probably follow it and then realise the last 20 minutes what I've done, I've demoed. So what I'm going to do, at some point, I am going to either make a new door that has just these pieces here, or add a flip to this. And I'm also going to add a door where you can skin it, probably on the deco, so you can make like kind of larger windows as well, just different detailed windows, make them as long as you want or as tall as you want. That is the plan. I was going to try and get it done before tonight's stream, but yeah, there's a few people's mentioned before, like real life just got in the way. As always. Oh, we're there. Are these the right ones? Yes, they are. I thought I'd made a made a mistake. So let's just make sure I get this right. 1. I think that's what we had. I mean, to be fair, it doesn't really matter, does it? I did say I want to try and make this as less symmetrical, so realistically, it doesn't really matter if it's not the same amount. I just want to try and get the same design. That's the main thing. Arc Monster says, I just save after I do anything. I hate single player because of the corruption issues that can happen, but I've learned on a PC if I create physical backups of that. Yeah, it's a great shout, to be fair. And we're just gonna whack a few of these down. Yeah, it was a great shout. I forgot who it was mentioned, but it was a great shout to use these foundation sealants. I mean, again, it is cheating ever so slightly, but you've seen enough of my tutorials and my builds to know that it is doable. It would just be a lot of pillars and a lot of foundations on the ground, you know. So it's still doable. Single player on console is still terrible. That's really is no way to make a backup. Yeah. And I was a console player. I mean, to be honest with you, I still am. I've still got my console downstairs, and the only reason I used the PC specifically was to make my streaming a little bit easier. But I did YouTube and played my Xbox probably for about 5 years. It's only been the last 3 or 4 at the latest that I've used PC, and I still, to this day, I still use a control pad, and I know I get a lot of stick for it, but it's the only way I can do it. I cannot do mouse and keyboard at all. Very good advice to watch it first. I was following a tutorial, not one of yours, and realised that I saved myself a lot of time as they had destroyed. Yeah, and it's a really good. So I do this a lot of the time as well. If I'm watching other people's videos as well, rather than look at just the end, see how they've done the process, because yeah, I think every day's a school day, innit? Ella says 2 weeks left for the build challenge, and I've done 20% of my build. Can I check? No, come on, you've got this. You've got this, Ella. 2 weeks more than enough. If I can do the plan, if I can do this in 10 streams, use this as inspiration at the fact that I'm challenging myself to do this in 10 streams. I'm sure it'll be great as well. It's a mod. Okay, sweet. I'll have a look. Do you know what it's called? I'm guessing if I just type in autosave, it should show up. I'm with you. I can't do mouse and keyboard either. You know what? I guarantee, if I persisted with it, I could probably learn it. But in the meantime, if I was doing a stream, I'd be like looking down, looking up. I just find it so difficult, man. And it's almost like now, like muscle memory as well with the controls. It's called autosave, server and crossplay. Sweet. I'll give that a shout. I'll give that a look. Aaron needs to make build tutorials again, just saying. Listen, you know what? I would love to get back to making tutorials. It was one of my favourite things to do, but as you know yourself, Mike, it is just far too time consuming. And again, I've said this a few times, there is so many good builders already that have got really good channels and they're really good at building. So, yeah, man. I feel like that part of my arc kind of, I was going to say career, that's probably the wrong word to use because it's not much. But you know what I mean, that part of my channel, or what I do, I think I've done over 100 tutorials. Yeah, so I think that's them days are gone. I'd love to get back to it though, because I'm not gonna lie, I did thoroughly enjoy it, and I do know as well that a lot of people do come to the channel just for the tutorials. Because I have seen, since I've stopped doing tutorials for the past last 2 years, I've lost about 30,000 subscribers. But again, I've always said I never really did this as a job. I did it as a hobby. So yeah, I am waffling, but I think you know what I'm trying to say. Right, how far down was that? I wish I had a gun with with outline 2, 3, 4, 5 from the arch. Okay, that's easy enough to remember, he says. Yeah, but not a true air and long stuff tutorial, Corey. My same is this kind of is a tutorial, to be fair. So is there a new mod in the works? Not yet. I mean, I would love to. Well, I would love to do. I'm still toying with doing pirate craft, because it lends itself to this as well, because it's very kind of old, like wood and stone and stuff. So that would be really good to have like Gothic craft, castle craft, and pirate, because you could mix and blend the whole lot together. But I don't know. Yeah, I get that, Cyan, I do, but I do still get a load of comments. Not in here, not in the chat, because obviously you're here to watch the streams. It's not you guys. But I do get a lot of comments around the tutorials and stuff. But as I said, there's so many people and so many good builders as well that kind of do this already. So yeah, I'm happy to let them have the mantle. Fernand is taking over now. Happy to see other creators taking over the mod space. Especially in combat situations, I can't be trying to see if I hit the correct... Yeah, exactly that. My whole stream would be me just doing this, like every 2 minutes. It'd be a nightmare. Then trying to read the chat. It'd be an absolute nightmare. Yes, you need solid wet wood. I do. This is it. So, yeah, potentially, I would love to, but I think I said earlier, me and Crazy made a bit of a conscious effort to try and kind of give ourselves a little bit of a break. You know more than anyone, Sandy, how much time it takes to do the mod, and it's kind of relentless as well, especially if you're making all the models and stuff yourself and pulling it together, you know. And this isn't a woe is me moment, everyone. Don't worry, it's just the reality. I wish there was more. Yeah, 100%. Diana, and I did. And you know what? One of the things I used to do. This is going way back. But if you can remember, every one of my builds, I was always decoing it, and it was someone called Firepump used to do all the deco for us, and she used to do a recording of the deco. So the idea was, I would release a video that'd be the tutorial how to build it, and then there'd be a link to her channel, which would show you how to do the deco. But again, Relive got in the way with that, and that we only did that for a couple of years. So there's a lot of my tutorials that do have deco tutorials in there as well. But again, they were ASE, so you were very limited on how to and what you could do with the deco. Whereas now it'd be great to do a build and have a deco, link the mods, and just show the pieces that were placed. So if there is any decor or decorators out there who like doing that kind of thing, I would probably do something like reach out to the likes of, I don't know, Lols at Lance, or anyone who really is doing tutorials, and just jump on that and do the decoration for them, because I'm sure they would appreciate that, because decoration and decos take so long to do that I'm sure they would happily let you do it, and then you can get a video on the back of that as well. So it used to work really well. Used to get thousands. Not me, obviously I would get a lot of views, but she would get tons of views as well on her channel. So yeah, it's definitely It's definitely good. There's a niche in the market. There's not many people do tutorials on Deco. We do Arc Monster, but again, I think the issue is, I mean, the plan was always going to be to try and release a structures mod alongside the release of any of the Arc DLCs or the Arc maps. This was always planned to come out with Lost Colony. But yeah, if I'm repeating myself and you've heard this before, apologies. But yeah, so the issue we had was, it's not an issue, but Sandy got the opportunity to work with Wildcard on the Christmas event. So he asked me and Crazy to work with him. And yeah, so we spent 3 or 4 months making the gingerbread skin set. So that obviously put this on the back burner. So the plan was to release this. Why can't I cycle these? But yeah, so because this is like 3 or 4 months behind, the plan was to start on the next one, which is the pirate one. But yeah, it's coming out in June, so I don't think we've got enough time, in all fairness. Why can't I... There we go. I was going to say, that was weird. But again, I could always come back to it. I mean, yeah, Gothic Craft hasn't done too badly, even though, you know, the Gothic map was released a few months back. And I also always think as well, with it being, predominantly it will be kind of wood and stone and stuff. A lot of people will use it on other maps as well and roleplay servers and stuff. So it's definitely something that I'd like to do, but it's whether or not I can get it done close enough to the release. We'll see. I totally agree, Cyan, yeah. She's still around, but yeah, it's just, to be fair, it's sad in a way because we don't really kind of like do any collabs anymore, because obviously I think it's because I stopped doing the tutorials, to be fair. That was a big element of it, you know. Lies? What's lies? At least 30 now. What's happening, Chris? What have I done? Lies. Not you, Mike. All right, okay. Yeah, you're probably right. You're probably right. Diana says, lol, all good. I just keep getting lost and end up live chatting, not meaning to. Right, okay, so that's 3. That's 5. No way. Oh, 3 and 2. Okay. That makes 5. Believe it or not. Wow. So with this one as well, we're going to have to do something slightly different because I've just realised... Oh. And also as well, what I don't want to do is release a mod just in time for a map coming out, because I've seen loads of mods come out and they're not half finished, but there's not a lot to them. And yeah, I would rather kind of get a fully completed mod rather than kind of get one out just in time, if that makes sense. But why is that not cycling through? There we go. Okay, I have to go all the way back because I was pressing it at the wrong spot. 2. 2. There we go. Okay, sweet. Right. Like I said, this is the reason why I want to get this section done, because I do think it will give me a much better kind of perspective as to kind of where I'm going with the build. I always find it difficult when I'm building on terrain. As you know, I like to build on flat spots, but well, let's see what happens. Well, to be fair, Gothic Craft isn't just good for Lost Colony, and with the fixes on Lost Colony, I think... Yeah, exactly that. And you know what? There's new people coming to the game all the time, and I'm sure a lot of people, you know, might not have bought or purchased Lost Colony, or not played Lost Colony, as I said, because of the crashes and stuff like that as well. So yeah, hopefully there's a bit more longevity in the in the mod yet. But yeah, it was something I always wanted to do. We always wanted to do a Gothic and a medieval, and yeah, I'm happy that we've got it, which is good. Okay, right. So I did figure that out. Then it was 4 down from the top of the arch. So let's go from there. Was it? You know what? I know this is long-winded, but I'm going to do it this way. Just because you'll have all seen my builds previously where we go through a massive amount of building. Come on. My goodness. My goodness. I keep getting it then moving. Oh, come on. You know what? Just do that. So stupid. Right. I know this is like overkill. But, as I said, we've been here before with with my builds. And, yeah, we've been properly wonky a few times. There we go. Snap point bingo, I love it. Yeah, snap points are the bane of my life a lot of the time. They're a lot better on ASC here, though, I will say that. Let me just save. Hey, Gabo Toro, how are you doing? All the way from Argentina, how are you doing? How are you doing? Ay, ay, ay. Right. Let's go. And I think we must have had a half there. We must have. Yes, we did. I'm all good, Gabby. Thank you so much for joining me. I still use Elemental and Castlecraft, and from what I've seen on official money, yeah, I might do that one stream. Just jump on official and have a little wander around and just see how many people are using Gothic Craft and stuff. It'd be interesting to see. So egotistical that as well, isn't it? I don't know how far we went out with that as well. Wow, I should probably check before I start building it, but there we go. It was more than one, it must be. No, okay. I honestly thought I would have went further out than that. But yeah, I found with this one, we're probably going to have to do something a little bit different because I don't want to do a full wall. We are going to have to do a wall, but I want to I'm going to have to break it up. So we won't do all of that tonight, obviously, so we'll save you that for now. But the plan will be eventually to go all the way down and then kind of break it up like we've done with the middle section as well. we're definitely going to have to do something. Chris says, or you could take the point of being proud of a job well done by people using something you created. No, oh, you know what? There's that as well, Chris. There's that as well. Absolutely, mate. I mean, I am. Don't get us wrong. I really am. But yeah, I think sometimes it's you say things and then you realise what you've said, and it does sound pretty bad. How far back? Is that 2? Wait there, did I? Yeah, it's 2. We didn't finish that one off. We'll go back to that. Wait, Aaron has an eagle. Yeah. Right. What am I doing? Why am I getting confused? Wow. Right, okay. That's what we need to do. And we go out 2. Like that. Right, okay. Yeah. Takes a while. I always, whenever I play with quarters, it sounds wrong. I always start at the wrong set part, so I always have to do 2 sets of quarters rather than the full wall. There we go. Right. Okay. Nice. I also, I'll keep flitting between different bits. I also want to line this up as well, so I'll do that now as well. What the hell? I didn't even press anything there. What the hell? I hope that hasn't demolished anything. We're looking good. We're looking good. Right. So let me just. Good shout, Diana. There we go. So I think that looks good with that curve. So we'll do the same with this one as well. And then we'll just we'll block this off for now. And obviously we can open it up because it will have to join the main castle at some point. But if we just block this off for now, just to get a sense of what it's going to look like. I hate demolishing stuff. I hate picking stuff up. Yeah, that's definitely taken something away. So that needs to be a quarter. Just quickly. Don't forget, you're still going to build a castle, keep stable smithy. Well, we'll see. We will see. I never committed to that. I've committed to a castle. And the kitchen. Wow. You just want to see us fail. Okay, so because okay, right, we're gonna have to. This is what I do. Cause myself so many problems. Dungeon as well. Right, okay, that's working at the moment. We can go because someone said it'd be good if you could walk all the way through. We will finish the inside off, but that's working for me at the moment. Again, it's not ideal. Right, messed up there. There we go. It's working. That's working. Right, okay, sweet. I'll save that and I'll go back to what we were doing. Hey, even a treehouse castle had a dungeon. Love it. Okay. It's not going to take too long. I promise. Yeah, and again, we need to figure out what we're doing with that in terms of what we're going to put in it. Hey, Reverend, how you doing, buddy? And yeah, as I said on Tuesday, thank you so much for for your support. And I was going to say more than enough on Tuesday, mate. But coming in, as always, with the 5 gifted members, painting the chat green, as always. You're an absolute legend. As always, what a great way to make an entrance, mate. Huge thank you and a big warm welcome to Gabby Toro, to Kari Korn, to Yakuru, Ricardo, and OX Sovereign as well. Honestly, thank you so much, Reverend. You're an absolute star. And yeah, welcome to all the new members. That is 10 tonight. Thank you so much, everyone. Right, so we did this last time, which worked. We're just going to go ham with these. Again, doesn't matter if they don't line up with the actual snap points on the floor, just because it is just a backdrop, so that should be good. And again, it's a lot of kind of repetition, but I just think adding kind of fatter columns just kind of helps to, I don't know, make it look finished. Again, make it more, what's the word? I was gonna say it's chunky, but you know what I'm trying to say. I could have left them small, but yeah, we've gone fat. Come on. Again, doesn't really matter where the snap points are because they all line up with the skin. I'm going to try my best to speed this up. So we got full one there. Bulky, that's the one. We're gonna make it a bulky castle. Yeah, 100%, Mike. Yeah, and I've said this. It's ridiculous just how consistent you are and how generous you are in terms of like just gifting members. I say this every time, and as I said, I feel like I always repeat myself by saying thank you, but there's nothing else, nothing more I can say other than that, you know. What's going on there? Oh yeah, huh? What's going on there? Oh yeah, I must have been missing because we haven't got the outline with the gun yet. I'm sure if I keep mentioning it, Sandy will do it. I'm sure he will. Yay. Just checking you're still here, Sandy. No, I was I was joking. I was saying if I keep mentioning the fact that this build's taking longer because I haven't got the outline in the gun, I'm sure you'll do it. Mike says, sorry you didn't win the Stream Deck Plus, lol. You know what? I never normally enter any competition anyway because I feel like bad for doing it because obviously I do them myself. But yeah, I do have a Stream Deck anyway, but it's like mine was the prototype. Mine was the first one that came out with Elgato, because back in the day when Elgato were a small company, I actually got a sponsorship deal with them. This is going back years. I got a green screen, and they give me the first ever Stream Deck, and love it, and I still use it to this day. But when they got bought out by who is it? Was it Corsair or someone like that? Anyway, they got bought. I got a nice email from them saying, "Thank you so much for supporting us when we were small. We're now big, and we're only going to work with creators with over 1 million subscribers." So I was like, yeah. I think I had 60,000 at the time, so I was like, no, that's sad. but yeah. So yeah, who won, Mike? Who won it, Mikey? Yeah, we'll have to fix that little gap as well, because that will really bug us. That one's not too bad. A gentleman by the screen name of Battlestar. Nice. I love, you know what, it's great what you do in terms of, like, I mean, the stuff you kind of donate, kind of nothing in comparison to to a few codes that I give away in our PCs and stuff like that. It's really good, and especially if people are looking to become streamers and stuff and they can't afford the items. It's just great that you do that, you know what I mean? Very, very generous guy. There we go. I think this one has to be on a bit of a funny angle because, yeah, this one here, because of the kink. It will look good. It will look bulky. It will look like a castle. I promise. That's the plan. That is the plan. And I always annoy myself as well. I'm sure it'll annoy you guys as well when you're watching the stream. But I always kind of pull out to see what I've done, and I know what I've done. I just don't know why I do it. It's almost like it's a habit. It actually frustrates me when I do it. Right. Okay. I just could not let it sit there and collect dust. Yeah, you know what? That's not a bad point. Actually, it's a good point as well. Hey, Robscan, how you doing? How are you? Yeah, but I do it like so many times. Like it's it's almost like an obsession. I don't know, because like even there, I've done nothing but the floor, but I feel like I've got to zoom out just to kind of see what it looks like. You know what? Actually, I think I know where it stems from. When I'm live streaming, if I'm just sitting here doing this, and someone's just tuned in for the first time, or you see me going up the wall, I always kind of want to keep zooming out so you get to see the progress as well. Maybe that's what it is. Like subconsciously, I'm doing it for yous, not for me. Maybe that's what it is. To be fair, quite a few mistakes were caught by pulling out. Yeah. I've totally read that wrong. I totally read that wrong. Oh. Oh, is that what you meant? That actually might be what you mean. I think I've read what you mean. Oh, that's so funny. That tickled us. Oh, Diana, that's funny. Oh, Sandy says random put for Gothic structures are long, thin windows better than long and amble windows. Yes, long, thin. Well, yeah, and that's, if you look, that's kind of why he says, yeah, long, thin. Are you for the Gothic structures? Are long, thin windows better than long and amble wide? I think so personally. Yes. That's so funny. Oh, wow. How do we do this now? I'm totally off my game. Right. One. That was two, wasn't it? That was two. So I'm just gonna go like that. Ooh. Just in general, making a set for another game. Thanks. Yeah, long and thin. Oh, 100%. Long and thin. And double arches as well, Sandy. Double arches is a massive thing as well. So, like, if you look at all the Windows sets I've done, but again, these were double thin but linked together. bit of both, Mike. What's happened? What's happened to this stream? Oh, wow. It's Diana's fault. Oh, wow. That really, that really tickled us. Oh, I thought that was higher there for some reason, but it ain't. It ain't. We're good. We're still good. So these are going to have a little bit of a... piece sticking out. And that should. Yeah, well, we've figured out what you meant. I feel like these ones are further back. But they're not. Okay, right. What do we do with that one? We just went off one of the straights. Okay, because it's not that noticeable. Okay, so which one do we go off? We'll go off this one. Not like that though. We're gonna have to do quarters on both. It's gonna be frustrating unless if we go that way, that'll be too much, I think. That's helped us out because I forgot to put that in, so we've got less to cover, which is good, which is good. Right, okay. There we go, man. Just like that. Sweet. Okay. So I feel like, in terms of shape-wise, that's a good starting point. I feel like that works. I left my ass off. You should know better than to leave it to interpretation with this group. Although I do know this chat, and yeah, that's funny. It tickled us. It really did. Oh, right. So, right, okay. I think what we're gonna probably have to do. Again, I ain't gonna do all of this tonight because I don't want to bore the hell out of you, but we will take them down. And with this bit here, I might go all the way down, or I might do something like this. Let's have a go. We will. A tree. Do we keep the tree? Ditch the tree because it's just gonna get on my. It's just gonna get on my nerve. I haven't, Diana. Good shout. Done. Done. So here's my plan. But there's a rock in the way. There's a rock in the way. So, we might start it. In fact, what have we got? What have we got? We've got 1, 2, 3, 4. Isn't ideal. Right, I might leave this for now because I don't want to spend, because I've got an idea for my tower. I might spend 3 hours on this and not like the outcome. So we're going to go just down by 3. And then we'll work on the tower because, as I said, I need to think. I don't want to go all the way down with this wall, or if I do, it does need broken up because that will be a massive chunk of wall. The other thing we can do is kind of bring it in with the kind of like legs type things. Hey, Shed Boy, how you doing? Welcome to the stream. How are you? But again, we can finish this bit off just by adding the railings in a sec. Might come back to this. I'll quickly show you in my head what I want to do. I want to do not that, It's gone sometimes. Right, let's do it there. That'll do. We'll go there. And then another one like that. Yeah, I think that'll work. And then what we can do is we can in between these make a bit of a pattern. So we can go 1, 2, 1, 2, and then bring out that like that. So again, I'm just quickly smacking this down for now. Might actually change that to replicate these. Yeah, I'm going to do that. How about finding the like button and giving it a caress, says Diana. I like your style. I like your style. Yes, do it. Funny. So yeah. Just to try and keep it the same. And then I think, as I said, we ain't going to do this bit tonight. You'd be happy to hear. Because the issue is I don't know how far out we're going to go. So something like that I think might work. And then that would be another one with 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then there. I don't know. Like I say, we can play about with this. I'll put this down now, so I've got an idea in my head. There we go. Yeah. So the buttresses, they're not unless I make another one. We could do it. I want to. Like a huge buttress. I feel like there's going to be too many buttresses. Although they do look cool, I don't want to go crazy with them. We'll figure it out. We'll figure it out. But yeah, just by adding that there, it does make a huge difference. Obviously, it's not fully complete yet. I kind of want it to, in between these, maybe as we change the actual frequency of them to like, or the gap in between to less. Maybe let's have it 3. Because then we can have a loop in the middle. Or the other alternative would be we use these again, the doubles. But I kind of feel like if we keep going double, we could actually go thicker though with these, like that. Yeah, that might work. Okay, that might work. Oh. I like that with the wider gap. As in the wider arch that I've just changed. Because what I don't want, the reason why I have gone, I'll quickly show you my plan. If we go for this one here, then you've just kind of got that, and then you've got the same one there. I want to try and make it like sort of slightly different, but again, I'm sure we can mess about with these and completely change it up. I'll do this one like that, and I'll do another one how you suggested as well. And we're going to make this one just one wide, I think. Or do we do two? I'll do this one, and I'll do the other one two. I did say I wasn't going to finish this, didn't I? But I think if I just quickly do one of these, it's going to give us a good steer, isn't it? Just Jiffy says, I wonder where your ideas come from. Do you make it up on paper? A lot of the time, it's just trial and error, to be fair. And I've done a lot of almost castle builds, but I do look at, I mean, obviously this didn't exist, but I do a lot of like Google searches on in images and stuff to get ideas. But yeah, it's just, I think it's just practice as well. Done a lot of building, and I think that helps. They don't always plan out though, as if you've been watching the channel for a while, you know a lot of the live streams, sometimes we don't get a finished build. In fact, a lot of the times we don't get a finished build. So that's that. I'm torn. I am torn between the two. But yeah, that might look pretty cool. Just going to quickly finish this bit off, just because I want to see what this looks like so. He's got a lot of experience with castles, unfinished but still experience. No, you know what, Sandy, you bang on, mate. Like, and this is why I am determined one day to complete a full castle, and I'm hoping this castle is the one. Yeah, you're taking Baja's mantle, love it. Right, I feel like this might work. Oh, poop. Again, not fully convinced because I think it might need some metal on it, or some iron, and maybe some gargoyles and stuff. But I think as a starter, we're kind of figuring out where we're going with this. Come on. Yeah, once they're all done, the bloody tree. Once they're all done, I do think that's going to look pretty good. And we can do the same with this one as well. Even though it's on a corner, we can. We could try. I don't think it's going to look too bad, actually. Missed it. There we go. Yeah, that ain't going to look too bad. Wow. Devil Dog, how you doing? Says first live I've been able to catch in a while. Is there wood skins too? There is. Is there? Yes, there is. There's wood skins with the village set. So yeah, we've got. Just quickly show you. We've got castle. We've got courtyard. We've got courtyard iron. Within the village set, there's wood. And we've got obviously the deco and the trim pieces as well. Yeah, I think that's going to work. That does break up that wall a lot. So, again, as I said, we ain't going to complete it. I just wanted to get the foundations down so I know where I'm going with it. And get a feel for it as well, I think. But that's worked a lot better than I anticipated, to be fair. I thought it was going to be a lot harder than that. Yeah, you know what? I'm really optimistic, Reverend, that I'm going to get this castle done. And I'm going to try and keep it to the 10 streams that I said I was going to do it at. That's the plan. But I feel like, yeah, coming up here as you're walking up on your trusty steed. You've got some cool little angles going there as well. I think that's gonna work. It's gonna work well. Songbird, welcome. How you doing? Honestly, though, like I'm actually impressed because you've been on loads of my streams. You know how slowly I build, how many issues I have with like. Trying to get little things done when I should spend more time on the bigger parts. But I feel super confident with this one because I don't want to say it. I don't want to get too cocky. But everything I've done so far, I'm happy with, or happy-ish with. And it seems to be kind of like all coming together. So I'm fairly confident, man. I am fairly confident. I'm definitely no better. It's just, yeah. There we go. Just Jiffy says, no way, Deco will at least take 3. Well, I didn't commit. I haven't committed to a fully decoed build unless someone wants to come in and decorate it for us. We did try this a while back, but we had problems with that as well because we all decorated and we all done a bit too much and it started crashing. I need to fill. I've just said I spend too much time doing stupid stuff, but I need to fill that gap. There we go. Oh. Yes. Bit more detail on these in terms of like maybe put some like I've done with these. Do something similar to that on there. But again, I did say I'm going to start detailing a little bit later, near the end of the build, so that no one can say I haven't finished it. So I need to be mindful of that. Oh, come on. Ah, right. Now we're going to have a bit of an issue, so probably going to have to go like that. And then try and fill it in. I mean, it ain't perfect, but no one's going to know. Oh, we only went one, didn't we? So it might actually line up. Hey, I sent you a message on Discord about an upcoming thing. Great chance to showcase Gothic craft for some people outside the regular Arc build. Sorry, you know what? I didn't check. I didn't check any of me messages. Leave it with us. I'll have a quick look. And yeah, that sounds interesting. A chance to an upcoming event to showcase Gothic craft. Nice. Okay, I'll have a little look. Damn, I don't know how I'm going to do this, so I'll keep the angle. I'll do you a deal. If you build me a Gothic arena, I'll help decorate your castle. Nice. Okay. Sweet. I'm going to have to do this, aren't I? Gothic arena. Is that what you're after? Nice. Well, yeah, I'll have a little look, timescales wise and stuff. Sounds fun. Another event. Maybe one triangle on either side, then square pieces. That might work. Does that just... By Jove, I think he's got it. I think that'll work, Reverend. Oh, what a guy. There we go. There we go. And that kind of overlaps pretty much bang in the middle. Again, I'll fill the top in a bit, but we'll just cover that like that for now. And as I said, just want to have a little look, see what it looks like, and then we can move on to the tower. Oh yes, man! And again, we can put some detail on with pillars and stuff and whatnot, but yeah, man, I think that works. I think. And from there as well, it doesn't look too bad in terms of, you know, it's not like a solid wall. I can't read that. Esmeralda Binge. Esmeralda Binge. I've probably totally pronounced that wrong. How you doing? Welcome to the stream. Hope you're doing well. And yeah, we are all good here. Just trying our hardest. Just trying our hardest to to build a castle. Sebastian said, "Oh, I'll do your deco." Oh, thanks, Sebastian. You know what? If it gets to the stage where I'm going to do the deco and people want to see the deco and they want to see more than 10 streams, I'm going to have to save this and move it onto a server because this is on my single player. But I do have a server that I can move this onto, and yeah, that's something that if people want to see it, I'm more than happy to do it. I am more than happy to do it. Looks good. Thank you so much. I'll take it. Right. So, yeah, this needs a bit of TLC. This needs a bit of love. Save. Thank you so much, Diana. Appreciate that. Can you imagine all that work gone? I'd have to end the stream and rewatch the stream to see how I did it, because I wouldn't be able to remember all of this. Nine, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Too bad you don't have something to put on the rampart or what you just built, like a gargoyle leaping off. Yeah. I do think. I mean, what I will say is, I think the more that I use this mod, and the more that other people use the mod as well, there's going to be certain things that people need and keep asking, and that's why we've got a suggestions and idea. Oh God, suggestions and ideas section in that Discord, and that's where a lot of the kind of Castlecraft stuff came from. Was me needing pieces and them not existing. So yeah. Any ideas and suggestions you've got, keep sticking them in that Discord, because 100% I look at that on a regular basis. And next time we're doing any more modelling, we'll add some of these pieces that people's asking for. Especially if a lot of people's asking for the same thing, then 100% it'll get put in. Six, 7. Oh, 6, 7. Just done the old meme. Still don't get that. My kids love that. Still don't get it myself. Doors. Doors. Un, dos, tres. Eins, zwei, drei. There we go. 3, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Counting with Aaron. Not done this for at least 3 days. It's mad to just adding the windows. How much of a difference it makes to the build. Is that all of the windows? That is all of the windows. Indeed, it is. Right. So, you're going to do the same on what we did with this one. So, just going to go... Is it straight up? Yes, it is. Okay, this is what I was saying before, why a lot of the builds don't get complete, because this is kind of where I first started, and I can't even remember the hell I did and how I did it. So, yeah. Probably should have done quarters for all of these, so I might change the ones that aren't, because I don't like stuff poking through. So I'm going to do that now whilst I remember. So we're just going to... Luckily it's only 2 of them, which is good. So this is going to be a fairly tall tower, and it's going to be fairly chunky as well, so need to try and make it so it doesn't look too kind of like square or flat, which is going to be a bit of a challenge, but I'm sure I'm sure we'll get there. I'm sure we'll do it. Nice, okay. Bye, Amanda. Thank you so much, as always, for stopping by. Genuinely appreciate you stopping by, buddy. And I'm kind of thinking as well, for now, you could just use a regular ceiling instead of a roof piece, then place a gargoyle with a railing around it. That's a good shout as well. That's a good shout. Regular ceiling instead of a roof piece, then play... Yes, that's a good shout. I like that idea. You know what? We need to start getting creative. We need to start changing some of these square. I'm gonna go rope or twisted with this one. Come on, poop. There we go. And then with these thin ones, I'll keep them. Yes, that looks better. Okay, so I think this is gonna work. If not, we can easily change them back. 1, 2, 3. Oh, it's 2, man. What am I doing? Right, let's just 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. There we go. Done. And then we need to go. Oop. Need pillars. Are they the same way of it? Yes. Oops, all the way to the top. Hey, Steve. Steve, dude, how you doing, mate? Thank you, man. You know what? It's the mod's doing all the heavy lifting, to be fair. The mod's doing all the heavy lifting. But yeah, I appreciate it, buddy, man. This is the problem when you start placing stuff in the wrong spot. You end up demolishing half the stuff you've built. But that worked a treat, so just go slow. I think we just go slow and we'll am I? Yeah, okay. I might give the wait for it. I might give the blueprint hammer another go, because rather than keep building all these, I'm sure that'll be easy to replicate. Must be easy to replicate. It is, yes, Steve, dude. Yes, it's Gothic Craft. Yeah, so it is the mod that me and Crazy Respawn made last month. Thanks, Corey. Carrie, sorry. Right, you know what? The issue is, it's where the snap. Where do we put the snap point? Because we need. Right, so we need at least. That needs to be there. That needs to be there. That needs to be there, because what we're doing is creating that overhang by doing that. So if I just... Right, okay, so I'm just trying to work out what I need to copy. So if we just... Copy that. Yup, they just made the whole mod last month. Next, new mod next month. They are super fast. It took a year. Can you imagine? I do want to... I was saying earlier, you missed it. I do want to do a mod for Genesis, but it's never going to happen. So I'm going to go with that, and that. We're going to go like this. And again, I ain't going to mess about all night with this hammer, because for some reason I just can't get it to work how I want it to work. But if I just bring all of this in, like this, and add that piece there, save. Actually, I'll make this first, then we'll save it, and then you know what? Bring them in as well. And if I so what I'm thinking is I need something to snap to that point. So I always assume by doing the snap override, now that should be the only... Oh wow, I literally just saved it as it crashed. Oh my god. Wow, that was so lucky. That was so lucky. Right, let's fire that up again. That was so lucky. Pyrocraft was... I mentioned this last week. That was the plan. That is still the plan. Whether or not we can pull it off in time, it's just like... It wouldn't be fully finished. And the issue as well, it's the whole authentication or, you know, wildcard and CourseForge. No, not really. It's just... I think it's me, Steve. Last couple of streams, been absolutely fine. So yeah, the plan would be to do Pyrocraft, but again, as I said, we submit our mods like 3 months in advance, 4 months in advance, and even then, it doesn't kind of, it doesn't always get kind of like seen till forever. So, I appreciate that, Steve, dude, man. Thank you, man. Nope, it didn't save right at all. To be honest with you, I said this a while back. I think it might. I was having issues with my my graphics card a while back, and I had to like repaste it and stuff. But that like mental expensive to get a decent one. So it probably might, because every time there's a crash, it says it's a GPU dump, whatever that is. But I do think it might be my GPU, to be fair. So I do need a new one at some point. But yeah, at the minute, we're just gonna have to live with the crashes, I guess. We didn't do too badly. Like I said last week, we had none. But I don't understand. It obviously didn't save as well. That was the issue. I think it crashed too close to a save. I am single player. So I found servers are so much better. But I always do this in single player because, again, you can't control if other people on the servers as well, what they're doing. Like changing times and whatnot. But yeah, single player I have loads of problems with. Yeah, it says GPU dump. Whatever that is. So, but yeah. Yeah, I've got loads of servers, Steve. Loads of servers. They're all free to play. All you got to do, I'm guessing you're not, but if you are, just join my Discord. Obviously, it's free, and all the server details are on there, buddy. So yeah, if you want to join, decently boosted rates as well. They're not mental. Yeah, jump on, buddy. I hope so, Arkmanstein. I hope so. Right, I'm just going to save a little bit more. Oh, yeah. Kari, I had them set up ages ago. I haven't got them set up now. There is a link to my Discord in the description. Hey, Smedzy, how you doing? How you doing, pal? Smedzy is still very grey. You are indeed. You are indeed. There was a load of gifted members tonight as well, so you've just missed out, buddy. Well, that's annoying because we were making good progress. We were making really good progress. But I do still want to try I still want to try the blueprint gun because that can't be too hard to get that little piece working. I just find for some reason when you override the snap point, it just doesn't snap where you want it to snap. Unless I'm totally misunderstanding how that works. But speak of the devil, beefy level 5 was great for months and months and months. Now look at her. Green all the way. I'm just going to have to keep saving. To be fair, I've got a good GPU. I've got a 4080. But I don't know how long you've been watching the streams for, but probably about 6 months ago, like I demolished something, or you know, like when the wyverns kind of like flap their wings and you get a bit of dust going. The GPU would just go, the fans would go mental on it, and when I opened it up, it was scary by the way, but I opened it up and the thermal paste was just like dry. So I have repasted it, but again, I just think I'm getting a dodgy GPU because I've always had problems with it ever since I got it, to be fair. But yeah, live with it for now. And the crashes aren't frequent enough for me to kind of warrant spend like 2,000 quid on a GPU. I think I've long passed my mentor's grey record. It's so funny. Right, I'm gonna keep saving. Right. I feel like we've been here before. It feels like deja vu. And as just as we speak, beefy level 5, 8 months as a member of the channel and Team Green, and it's Rex here as well, no less. So thank you so much for that. Really appreciate the support. Slippery Grey for over a year. Absolutely love that. Thank you so much, beefy. Genuinely appreciate your support, man. And yeah, them 8 months have absolutely flew by. Really have. Felt like just like yesterday we were like laughing and carrying on about trying to catch you and get you green. Love it. Alright. Is it possible to build this big on your server? Yeah, absolutely yes. There's no, I don't think there's any massive limits on there. Obviously, don't go like insane. But I think we increased the build limit. It's more than what the standard build limit is, I'm sure. If there's any admins or in the chat, I'm sure they'll be able to advise. But again, if you join the Discord, or you jump into the server channel on Discord, all the kind of like the map server details are on there as well, so it'll tell you what the crack is with that. I haven't played with them for a while, so I'm probably not the best person to to tell you. But yeah, because obviously I build a lot myself, but also I do have a build challenge server as well, so we run challenges every month. So if you do like building big, there's no limits on that whatsoever. So again, if you want to jump on that every month, again, all the information will be in the Discord. Been watching since Castlecraft, so it's been a while. Oh, nice one, man. Mr. Devastation says, build him, it's pretty big, never hit it yet. Yeah, cool, good. Good stuff. So yeah, that's someone who plays on the server. So yeah, and again, we normally kind of put polls out as well. So if people find that things are too small or too not good enough, or you know they want different mods on there and stuff, we normally kind of put it down to like a vote, and we'll add it if need be. You know. Sounds to me like a challenge. Gutted. We were doing so well. I'm gutted that we had that crash. Someone needs to find out what the build limits are. Yeah, do it. Do it. Right, okay. This is where we hit a problem before, but hopefully we're going to be golden this time round. So let's go there. 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 Right. So we'll do this one first. The dreaded template hammer. Window, 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 window. Roof. Window, window. Right. We're going to go with that. And then, just like before, plop, plop, plop. There we go. Right. This is where we crashed, so I'm going to save it. And then we're going to override the snap. We're then going to save this and call this, I don't know, test. I'll probably call it test because I've probably already got a test somewhere. Go. Right, okay. So yeah, it makes no sense. Like, I've literally... Why is it not wanting to snap? This is why I don't use the template gun. Like, why on earth does it feel itself necessary not to snap? There. Like, it... Like... The thing is... A triangle ceiling doesn't snap like that to a quarter ceiling. So I don't understand when you make it into a snappable piece. It just doesn't snap. Let me try one more time. Yeah, but I get it. But what happens if I haven't got pillars, though? Do you know what I mean? Like, if I haven't got a pillar as part of the build, I suppose we could try the pillar then, see what happens. So use a small quarter ceiling as a snap point. Okay, I am going to try one more. I am going to try it again because I think there's what's the point in having it if I can't use it? So we are going to try it again. I'll see if that works first with the... So I've got 4 snap points. None of them are the ones I want. Right, okay, we'll try one more time. We'll try this. So try placing a triangle first, then try. So triangle where though? Where are we putting the triangle? There. So then it's, and then I'm overriding the triangle that's there. Use whatever works. You absolute big horrible piece of you know what. Right. Yeah, well, the full ceiling won't give us the actual... We'll try it though. You know what? Stranger things happen, Chris. I need the the quarter to give us my my offset. Honestly, this game. This game sometimes, like, it's so infuriating. Right, I'm gonna try what someone's just suggested as well. We'll add that. Do you think I should add that as well? I'm gonna have to because it needs the foundation support, doesn't it? I mean for the walls. I'm gonna end up having to build these, aren't I? But like I say, I just want to get this to work because it will eventually it will make the whole build process a lot quicker. Duncan, I'm good, but we're just trying to figure out how to get this stupid. Do you think I should override the snap points or just leave them as they are? So Mean Ren, in your experience, do you think it's better to add a snap point? Or just leave them without the snap points, leave them as they are? I still don't think this bit's going to work. Kind of feel like that needs to be the snap point. You know what? I'm gonna give it a go. I'm gonna give it a go. Hell! Look at that! Look at that! What I'm gonna do? Wow! I'm gonna see if I get rid of this and this, does it still work? Wow! Yes, okay. There we go. There we go. Right, okay. Auto build. Slow-mo. And then apply the skins. So, right, we're getting there. We are getting there. Nice. Alright, so. Just Jiffy, thank you so much, as always, buddy, for stopping by. And, yeah, hopefully catch you on another stream, man. Now, I'm happy with that. Literally, the only thing I need to change is them. Now, the question is, will that work for all of these? Because I seem to think that it uses world position. So I think if I try this again on this bit, it ain't going to work. But let us give it a go. Let us give it a go. I hope it does. I hope I'm wrong. Oh, yes! Oh! Too far away. This is the problem. Oh, come on. I feel like we're getting there. But it's all about being in the right spot. and getting the right snap point. Yes! Yes! I'm happy. And I'm sure yous are too as well. Because the build's going to be so much... This bit anyway is going to be so much quicker. There we go. Awesome. And we'll just switch that for that. Save. Yes. Mint. Right. 2 more to go. This is how life should be with the template hammer. This is how life should be. It's exactly how it should be. Other than the fact I've got to keep saving it. Oh, one more. I'm gonna, because we've had such good success, I'm just gonna get rid of all of that and keep it the same. Oh yes. Oh, amazing. Amazing. Right. Fantastic. There we go. That has saved so much time. So this is where I think this is where the template hammer kind of comes into its own when you figure out how to use it. But I do think that is where we need to be. So let me just fill in these corners and get everything up to the same level. Okay. Do I even need them? I don't, do I? What am I doing? There's literally already walls there. Why did I think I need them? I don't. It's just causing problems. Right. Okay. I had bought Castlecraft a few months ago and was hoping my friends would want to play ASA with me, but he doesn't like Ark. Unfortunately, such a game. Great. Yeah, I think it's a bit like Marmite, isn't it, Ark? You either love it or you hate it, and some people love to hate it as well. And some people hate to love it. But yeah, I mean, yeah, join the servers. There's loads of people on there, and great community as well. So I'm sure you'll be able to find a tribe mate very, very quickly, buddy. But yeah, I'm really happy that actually worked. I think it's easier to kind of figure it out on smaller pieces. When you've got a massive build, it's difficult to find out what snaps to wear, and even then, you know, out of placement range, like I was right next to it, man. There we go. I like it when we start getting things up to the same... Oh, where did that go? Yeah, luckily it was just there. I want to start using some of the stained glass as well, because we put a lot of time and effort at the stained glass. You can actually paint it any colour you want. So I want to add some of that into this build as well, I think. Might add it to this tower at the top, so it looks cool. Just remember not to use the triangles as anchor points if you can't. Yeah, that seems to be a bit of an issue. It creates random snap points from the looks of it. I don't know how people don't like Ark. It's like perfect game, not in the. Yeah, I totally agree. Well, to be fair. What I will say, and I've told this story 100 times before, so if you've heard it, again, I'm sorry. But I remember, obviously I said before I didn't have a PC, I was always console, so I was Xbox. And Monkoko, how you doing? Monkoko, how's it going, buddy? And I remember they give it a free demo of Ark when it first came out. But that demo was a 2-hour trial of the game. Now, let's be honest. In the first 2 hours, when you first start playing Ark, you don't know what the hell's going on, and you literally die over and over again. And that was it. My experience of Ark was spawning and dying, spawning, running away from a dinosaur and dying. And I thought, literally my first impressions were when I seen the trailers, this looks amazing. When I played it, I thought, this is really bad. This is terrible. And it was only you come on back in the day when you could share games with your friends or friends and family. So one of my friends had bought it, and they persisted longer than I did. They actually bought the game, and they had set up a base and all that kind of stuff. And I joined their tribe, and I got to play Ark, like the proper experience, you know, taming things and riding dinosaurs and stuff. And I thought, why would they just limit the trailer, sorry, the demo to the hardest part of Ark, like the first 2 hours? But yeah, I know that put a lot of people off, and it was only when I was like saying, "Oh, just give it a chance, give it a chance." That's what got them into it, you know. So, yeah, mad. Two. 1, 2. It's a game like no other, but has tons. And I think, you know what though, and I said this before, it's kind of like it's part of the charm though, isn't it? I think, like, because I remember, like, we've had crashes and stuff in Ark since day one, and it used to be really bad. You'd be on like a Pteranodon or an RG, and you'd be flying over water, and then the servers would just crash. The official servers would crash, and then you'd log back on, and your RG or your Pteranodon was gone, or up in the sky somewhere, or dinosaurs would be glitched into the ground. You could never get them back, and you'd be dead, and you have to start again. So yeah, I just think it's almost like if you've played Ark for a long time, it's almost like you just yeah, just live with it, don't you? But I love it. I absolutely love it. Obviously, you know, play it pretty much every day. Yeah, exactly. Everyone does, and again, every time I've getting some of my friends into the game, they've said, "Oh, I'll tell them where to spawn," and they go, "What do I do? How do I go?" When you first play it, oh, that's gonna drive me mad. We need to. But what I will say is, because obviously I kind of got like, what's the word? Not conned, but I kind of got stuck with building because I was the better builder in the tribe, and I liked kind of like spending time farming materials and building stuff. So I got pigeonholed into it. So I haven't really played the game as much as I'd like. And I think the problem I've got now is it's evolved, pardon the pun, but it's evolved so much that there's just far too much now for me to learn. And I feel like a new player again. So, I mean, one day I might go back to like doing a Let's Play or just playing the game myself, to kind of almost like fall in love again with like, that element of it. I've been playing since it came out. I still get excited to tame dinosaurs, still make stupid mistakes too. Yeah, and I think that's the thing as well. It's there's not many games that can say it stood the test of time in terms of longevity. Other than like World of Warcraft and stuff like that, but you know, most games have like a couple of years max and they're done. You know? Most added and subtract. I totally, I see where you're coming from with that. Yeah, the amount of people that say I'm done with Ark, I'm never coming back, and then a couple of months later they're like, I'm back. We are back. With me as Aaron come on, it would be like Ark Builder with 20,000 hours, does first time blind playthrough. Yeah, and I think that's the thing. Like whenever I do like you know, the extra life events and stuff, as soon as there's kind of PvP elements to it, I struggle. Don't even know the controls. and I am good because I remember, as I said, when I played Ark when it first came out, not on PC but on Xbox, so it was like a year after it came out on PC. It went to early access on Xbox first, and I used to play it literally every single day for hours and hours and hours. I used to play it on official servers as well. So for those who have never experienced official servers, it was like the only time you would get good rates was like on a weekend. You get ×2 rates if you are lucky. Taming Rex's was like a 9.5 hour, like sitting around waiting for 9.5 hours for a decent level Rex to tame. Thank you so much, Diana. Yeah, we'll save that as well. And I used to be really good at the game, like really good. Not PvP, but definitely PvE, you know. Feel like we need to start doing the next layer now because yes, man, it's gonna look beefy, but that's what we want. This is exactly what we want. So I'm gonna try and keep it simple but make it detailed as well at the same time if I can. So we are going to achieve that by decor. Croms, how you doing, buddy? Says, I don't mind Ark itself. I've tried 3 different servers for other streamers and had a bad time, so I play on my own with my wife now. You know what, Croms? Genuinely, jump on my servers, join my Discord, jump on the servers. They are all free, and it's such a nice, friendly, helpful community. I guarantee you and your wife, when you come along, you'll enjoy it. Give it a go, honestly. The amount of people who's joined these servers and said they've enjoyed it and they've had bad experiences with other servers, give it a go, honestly. Or you get your money back. Give it a try or you'll get your money back. Oh my god, I missed a full bloody corner. How have I done that? Sorry, not used to this keyboard yet, says Realmscat. I have 4 games I have been playing for years. Ark, Skyrim, Fallout, Red Dead Redemption 2, but Ark is always my first choice. Yes, I love Red Dead. I actually started playing that again the other night and realised just how good it was, so I stopped because I didn't want to like half-arse get into it and put it down again. I want to do a full playthrough of that. I've always said as well I want to do like maybe do my live builds on maybe a Tuesday and a Thursday, and then on a Sunday just play something else, just play it and stream it. And if you want to come along and watch, happy days. If not, then at least I'm playing a different game, you know. So I might get back into doing something like that because I did start playing God of War and stuff, and I actually got a lot of people watching. To be fair, I might do that. I love Minecraft. I still do. To be fair, so addictive as well, so addictive. Right, so last corner, and then as I said, we are going to start with the fun stuff. Trying to make a tower. I'm sure we can do it. Actually need to put the gargoyles on the bottom. That's just reminded me. That don't add up. That didn't add up. Why did that do that? Why did that do that? It's because I started there, that's why. I'd watch. I would like to see what you could build in Pal World. Yes. Did I play Pal World? I can't remember. I'd like to see what you could build in 7 Days to Die. If you want to have the castle done in the time frame you set yourself, you can't just sit there with your arms. I was stretching. I'm old, man. I'm literally old. Everything aches if I sit for too long. So that's why. Right, you know what? I think we need to put these gargoyles around as well, because I will forget them as well. So what do we need? We need trophy mounts. And we need the decor. Decor? There we go. I need to unskin that. And figure out where I did it. So old to me, you are still a youngin'. Yeah, well, 46, man. It's like it's mental how quickly it's crept up. Just happened. It happened. One day I was in my 30s, the next day I'm the wrong side of 40. What? You're not old, well, not compared to me, anyways. It's, you know what? I always find it remarkable as well, just kind of how what kind of audience we've got here. We've got a lot of we don't have many kids in here, is the best way to put it. It's really good to see, because again, that's why I find we don't tend to get much kind of many issues in the chat anymore, because all the stupid kids have kind of like have gone. So yeah, I do really like that, to be fair. So we need to just do that till it drops off like that. And then the same. I mean, not really that important because you ain't going to be able to tell. But, again, OCD and stuff. Has that got... Have I scaled that? Nope. Even better. Right, ages, get in. We've got ages. Here we go. Right, so we've got Minren 63. I was 20 and Blink 953, says Chris. Realms Cat is 57. Crumbs on the 22nd. I turned 65. Amazing. Realms Cat wrong 67. And Mr. Devastation, thank you so much. In between that, coming in there with the new membership. So welcome to Team Green. I thought it was a donation for some reason. Thank you so much for that. Genuinely appreciate you joining. Hopefully you enjoy your stay here. Again, welcome to Team Green. I do appreciate you, Mr. Devastation. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Songbird says, lol, I hear you there. I like having a more adult audience. You know what, 100%. And I've always said that because it's like, it's less drama. And you know what? Everyone's a bit more sensible, which is pretty cool. I'm 46, 6 months old. You are indeed. I keep forgetting that. Yeah. You're old. What have I just changed there? Right. And then we can... Good thing with these ones, these are designed to be corner gargoyles. So we rotate this 45 degrees. The tails are designed to stay on the corners. So that works super well. Certainly in this part of the build. There we go. How dare you? Yeah, that's going to look cool once they're all the way around as well. That's going to look cool. I might not do them all because it might bore you. but there's not that many to do, really, is there? There's only 3 more. You know what? I need to stop scrimping, because I do this every time. I kind of flip between different parts just to try and stop it from being boring for you. But then I forget where I'm at. Oh, crumbs! Thank you so much, genuinely, appreciate that. 5 gifted members. Honestly, paint in the chat green. Genuinely appreciate it, man. Thank you so much. Huge warm welcome to the following members, courtesy of Crumbs 1961. That is Steve Dude. That is Avs224. Candy Marble 9392. Kimberly Aldridge and Mix5 Babe. welcome to Team Green, and honestly, Crumbs, thank you so much. Genuinely appreciate it, man. The support tonight's been phenomenal. Can't thank you enough for that, man. Thank you so much, everyone. Yeah, man. GG indeed. Come on. The snap points are not snapping. There we go. Right, and then we just need to... Tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to do all the pillars. I think that's the key, isn't it? Like, it's like a production line, isn't it? You just do the same bit over and over again, and then you get faster at it, rather than keep switching between different pieces. So we'll keep doing that. And to be fair, I should probably put the pillars in my hotbar, but I'm an idiot, so I'm not going to. We missed. There we go. You know what? Let's put it in the hotbar, Aaron. There we go. Mark 53 and still love Ark. You know what? And I think you know what I've said again a few times on streams that I like my generation kind of grew up on consoles and stuff and are big gamers. So I just think, you know, when I get old, even when I'm 60, 70, I'm still going to be playing games. Ark 4 or whatever's out at the time, I'm still going to be playing games because it's just it's a good kind of, it's escapism, isn't it? And also as well, it's as cliche as it sounds, like you can make friends. You know, we've actually got such a cool community here, and also in the Discord as well. And that's what I was saying before about joining the server. Genuinely, it's like there's never any drama. And if there is, it's normally one or two idiots, and you know they're removed very, very quickly. Very quickly. You know, the admins are really good at that. That's why we have like a roster, so you fill out the roster in the Discord, so we know who you are. And those who join, who aren't on the roster, they do get booted very, very quickly. You know what, you know what, Carrie, you bang on there. You're probably right. Yeah. There's me being optimistic. Yeah, Arc 2 won't even be a thing. Yeah, I want to be, if I do get shipped off to a nursing home, I want to have a Nintendo Switch 7 or an Xbox 12 or a PlayStation 18. And yeah, in the communal lounge. Definitely they will have retro game systems and our old folks. Yeah, exactly, retro game system, and we're playing like, I don't know, Grand Theft Auto 7 and stuff like that. It'll be good, man. It'll be good. Yeah, exactly, Realms Cat, 100%. And that was actually one of my first, because I've said this before, and I feel like I need some sad music. But we didn't have much money when we were growing up. But so yeah, I got like a second-hand Atari 2600. That was my first console, and I had a little black and white portable TV in my bedroom. And honestly, it was crap. But at the time, I absolutely loved it. Absolutely loved it. Right, is that looks like all the corners are cornered. All the corners are where they need to be. So I'm going to do a couple of finish off the gargoyles. Oh, where are they? Did I do that? Or did I do that? You know what? It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. We did this, so as close to the top as we can. Sink it in until it moves, and put it back. I can imagine what my face looks like on camera as well, because I'm totally concentrating. No one's gonna notice but me. Right, there we go. No one's gonna notice but me. Come on. Well, you know what? I'm going to use that line as my guide. That line there with the pillar. And then at least that all of these ones are anyway consistent with each other. There we go. OAP Bliss. My gaming days go back to when ping was first introduced. Being gaming. Is that ping or pong? Pong, isn't it? No, pong ping? Ping or pong? Pong ping. Yeah, Yinos, how you doing? I'm sure that's what they're. Unless ping, unless it was just pong. I love it. Gonna say unless ping's a thing in the States, or I'm assuming you're from the States. I don't know why I assumed that. Yeah, I love these gargoyles. These are my favourite gargoyles. They work really well above doors as well when you hide that in the frame. 10, 15, 20, 12, 13, 14, 5. There we go. I don't know why. I should just rotate it, do 25, 25, and take 5 off. There we go. It's quicker. Zork! I don't even... What it... Zork! Why do I know what that is, but I don't. My brother had a Nintendo NES to share. I didn't get much time on it. I bet. Yeah, I used to love... Again, we ended up getting second hand, but it was the Nintendo. I loved that, and I had 3 games for it. And I'm trying to think. It was like a monster truck game. It was a top-down where it had like hundreds of tracks. I had that. I had Mario, and what was the third one? I remember I had 3 games that I keep rotating, and I used to have to share. When you used to lend games or borrow games off your friends, and you keep swapping. But I got to the stage where all my friends had played the 3 games I had, or they already had them. So it was like even that was hard to like swap a game from someone because they already had it. What was the 3rd game I had? I remember having 3. It was like an all-star soccer game. I can't remember. Rotate. Rotate. Croms, me too. Never got into consoles. Been a PC gamer since the beginning. Yeah, it was just one of them things where like a PC would to get a PC would be like it would never happen. Never happen. So yeah, we work at kind of consoles now. We'd always kind of like just find them second hand and stuff. I think, to be honest with you, I think the first ever console I ever bought, like new, was the PlayStation in 1997. It was a year after it came out, and that's when I'd saved and saved and saved. I was 17. I had a job in a fish and chip shop, and I saved for like a few months. And I remember getting it, and I bought it with Final Fantasy VII. And honestly, it just blew my mind. That game was still one of my favourite games to date. I feel like every time we add something to this, it's looking more Gothic, beefy by the minute. Right, so next thing I want to do is we're going to go all the way around with these again. And I kind of want to have it inset just by one. And I need to try and make sure we get something that represents a nice little roof at the top. I don't want to make this a flat roof. I do want to try and add as much detail to this as I can as well. So you have to bear with us because we're working on the fly. But I'm sure we'll come up with something. We always do. Our first gaming platform was called the Odyssey. Then I graduated to the Atari 2600. So that was before the 2600, Reverend. Wow. Commodore VIC-20. You know what? I lie. I had a computer, but it wasn't really a PC per se. I had a Commodore 64 with the cassette deck. I loved the Commodore 64. My parents had their own business, so they got a PC for keeping the books for the business. First PC was monochrome, no games, but the second one was a couple of years later. I had Windows 3.1. Oh, wow. Wow. My friend's dad, he had a PC. And again, it was for work, and we used to sit and play that all the time. I mean, a lot of the time we just played what's it called? Is it what's it called? Minesweeper? Yeah. And what was it? It wasn't Perfect Dark, it was Dark something. And that was an amazing 3D game. Right. Commodore 16 F1 is what got me gaming, says Mark. I need to Google all these computers. I've never heard of half these. Minesweeper was so... Yeah, I didn't understand it, and now I do. Obviously, there is real rules. We just thought it was like luck. So you just like mash a load of squares and and see how you get on. Mattel actually made a computer. Did they? I thought they were just a toy company. Wow. And I think what this needs here, under here, is a big fat gargoyle in each corner as well. So we're going to go 1, 2. Again, I hate the overlap, but as it stands at the moment, that's all I've got. I need to make another load of battlements so we can get these kind of cool angles. So we need to see how that lines up there. That's kind of what I want. But again, it's a job for another day. There we go. Oh, wow. I had a huge jump in consoles and struggled so much at first. I went from Nintendo NES to a friend's Xbox. Wow, that is a massive leap, Carrie. That's a massive leap. Wow. Didn't figure out how to use the two joysticks. Now I can't play without them. Timex also made PCs as well. Bloody hell. Combat, how you doing, mate? Welcome to the stream. Says, I love your mod. I use this from one. Oh, good stuff, man. I appreciate it. I'm glad you like it. And yeah, any feedback you've got, good, bad, or indifferent, let me know. And yeah, we can hopefully improve it. I'm gonna go use that as my reference. What will it look like on there? I might have to stick them on there to see what that does. And then we need to scale this lad up. So let's scale him up first to 1.5, and then let's rotate him as well. Oh, that looks not right. But let's rotate this a little bit less. Nope. 35 is the boy, and you know what? Yes, the wings are clipping ever so slightly, but I think that's gonna look good. When's next update? You are amazing, man. And from Italy. Wow, how you doing, man? I build a big village in survival with official stats with my girlfriend or with. Oh, you know what? I appreciate that. I've died. I don't know what happened there. Wow, I'm joking. Probably in a couple of months, probably 4 or 5 weeks, something like that, 6 weeks. I don't know. We are always adding to it though. Combat, we're always adding to it. So yeah, we'll wait until we get a lot of suggestions, ideas, and feedback from people, and then yeah, we'll pop them out. But yeah, just keep on the Discord. You'll see when I'm going to be updating the game. So we're going to scale that again, 1.5, and then we're going to rotate it. Is it 30 degrees? Yes. Oh, that from down here, the silhouettes look. Yeah, that works so well. Okay, we're going to do that again. I'll quickly do this all the way around. So we're roughly there. Roughly in the middle. No one's gonna know but me. We'll do that again. Why is that one at a funny angle? We'll have to do it that way, I think. Top. In the middle. Any noobs choking him out. I don't know what happened there. Just like I stopped breathing. I was getting excited because someone said they liked the mod. That's what it was. Right, there we go. Plop. Plop. Give us an Eskimo mod igloo skin. You know what? Someone mentioned that a while back as well. I think that's a really good idea. We just need a... It'll be difficult to do, that's the only problem. And I like things that are easy. Rotate. Scale in and then rotate. Ah, what are you doing? Oh, other way. Other way, my man. I nearly did in real life, Steve, but not in game. I haven't. We're doing well. Oh yeah, man, I'm very happy with how this is turning out, to be fair. There is a mod that has an igloo skin, but its only visual goes in a on a large deckable box, so no collision. Yeah, so I obviously for this recent build challenge, I went round and got rid of, demolished all of the Christmas stuff, and that bloody igloo I couldn't find. Even with like the gun with the outline, I couldn't find the actual box itself to demolish. So it is still there. There's just a random igloo on the server. Right. There's a couple of things I want to try. And you might have to bear with us, as always. Yeah, yeah. Honestly, I've tried every single. I couldn't find it. Like I said, there's just one random igloo just sitting there all by its lonesome, and it's gonna be there forever, I think, unless they do a full-on wipe. So the next thing is, it's how high do I go How high do we go with this? And I kind of want to also... I might even... Hey, Candice, how you doing? How are you doing? Late to the party. Fashionably late, though. Or just in time. Depends which way you look at it. Vivat Rex, how you doing, buddy? Says, yo, bro, I'm following your old Arc builds. Just built your workshop and starter base, and they look so good. Ah, good stuff. But are you still playing ASE? Are you converting them to ASA? But welcome to the stream. Hope you're doing well. And I appreciate that, man. It's always nice to see people reusing all the old tutorials. I'm glad that they're still being looked and watched and used and stuff, you know. Comments, I must do one big question. Have you ever think some skin for saddles for dinosaurs? Some Gothic saddles would be insane. You know what? I haven't, because I don't know how to make them yet. But I always said, back in the day with Castlecraft and even with this, I wanted to have a structure skin, a deco skin to go with them, which we've got with Castlecraft, working on the Gothic one. I also wanted to have like an armor set, and I also wanted to have like a saddle set as well. But we've not got around to doing that yet. But at some point, possibly combat, that's where we want to be. And Candice has licked the like button. That was what we love to see. Thank you so much for that, Candice. See where this takes me. Let's see where this takes me. Who knows? Where's it gonna end? I think the big thing for me is it's knowing just like how high to make this tower, because I don't want it to be mental, but I don't want it to look like podgy. Because of these bits here, it sticks out quite a bit. But like, just with that there, it's making such a difference. So, what do we do? What do we do? What do we do? Where do we go? ASE is my jam. Can't handle ASE. It's remarkable how many people still play on ASE. And to be fair, I would probably still be playing that myself if they didn't bring mods to this one. And that was one of the big reasons why I stuck with console for so long, is because there was a lack of mods, you know. Let me just quickly save. Right, okay. We're going to try something. We're going to try something. We're going to try something. Okay, sweet. So. Okay, nice. I just noticed the duck top right of the screen. Yeah, it's, Oh, hold on, is it? Wait there, what's happening with that? Oh my god, it's been off-centered that all this time. Oh no, that's so frustrating. There's been a black line on the... Has there been a black line on the screen? The stream all this time? Or is that just with me? Yeah, that's the Nitrado duck. That's the Nitrado duck. Oh, I can't see the chat now because I've moved my screen. Ah, it's all going wrong. That's better. You don't see a black line. I don't know why I can see a black line. No, like. Anyway, it is. And also as well, just a quick shout out, it was Songbird was the one who made all of the powered by Nitrado. So anything you see in the top right all the little icons that Songbird made. I was going to say I stole them, but I'm sure you did say, I hope you did, that I could just use them for my streams. I hope you did say that. Yeah, I love them. They're great. Right. This is where it gets fun. This is where it gets fun because I need snap points here. But because we're going to be using the ceiling foundations, I think we can get around it. So we need the trim. Is it the trim? Yes, it is. Okay, so I'm thinking I don't want to just have this open. There's loads of things we can do with this. We could leave an open gap. But what I want to do with this one is I'm going to... And there's loads of options with this. Probably one of my favourite pieces. But I'm going to do that because I want to start... I said I want to use the stained glass. So we're going to go with this. The large window. Yeah, give them to everyone to use for extra life and have said to stop using them after, so you're good. Yeah, thanks. Can you imagine? Just cease and desist there and pack it in. Right, okay, so there is that. I'm not going to put the windows in yet because what I need is a snap point there. So, easy way to do it is just do that. And then get the height I want. I think we're going to go 1.5. Like that. And then do that. So that's going to give me the foundation support that I need. And yeah, I just knew before I pulled the trigger that was going to happen. Again, Sandy. And I'm going to put, you know what, as much as I love the rain, we need to get rid of it because I want to see how well these stained glass windows work. How do you do the windows on the gate frames? The gates are square glass only. So what we did, so that's why you'll notice there's an extra pieces on here. So what I did was I just added, so obviously it uses the collision of the dyno gate. I was puzzling about that, why the trim glass gates don't fit the arched gate frames. Well, so this is design. The idea behind this was originally I just had these, so these were going to be like, let me show you. Like you could do something like how we've got this here. Originally they're going to be big balconies. So if you're doing a huge build, you could have these almost like as a to be fair, you could put these here. That's the idea, to speed up the process. You know, like if you had like an arched walkway. And you put the roof above it. You can also put... So this is the idea. If you wanted to fill them in, all you would do is... that. So you could use them as just like a... it's a decorative piece, and again, you know, you've got your fake balconies just different variants. These are great for the inside as well. And that's how you block this off. I don't know if I answered your question, to be fair, but and then if you want to add windows, you use the gate itself, which I'm going to do in a sec. Yeah, we do, Steve. We do. So I think that there, if I just... Oh, I know what I'm going to do. I'm going to bring it out and put a lip. Exactly. So it's just intended as an arch, not a gate. So obviously you can put the gates in them and stuff, but they don't fit. To be fair, I have had a lot of people asking why things don't fit, etc. But again, it's in trim. It's in trim because it's not a door. All the gates themselves are in the in the standard castle set. So these do function as a door, and all the doors fit in these perfectly. So yeah, that's, you know what? That's probably how I should have explained it, Songbird. God. Right. So gonna quickly block this out. 54% of voters agree with me that this is going to take 20 episodes. Well, you're all gits if that's the case. I genuinely think we are gonna, because what I can do with this, once we figure out exactly how the this gun works, sorry, this hammer, I'm gonna put another one of these here. So we ain't gonna be doing this all over again. We're just gonna be copying and pasting. So I've got faith that we're gonna get there. I've got faith. Chris. Oh. Yeah, funny. Did I make that confusing in the show? I don't think you did. I don't know. I don't know if you... I can't remember if you actually had them as... to be honest with you, that's why I said before, I think we need to do a... I need to do like a website or just a page dedicated to what skins to what and what everything is. But have I named this? What have I named this? Large window curtain. Yeah, it doesn't really say what it is. So yeah, I've confused it by making the bloody thing, I think. But it was a piece that I wanted because I had an idea in my head of where I was going to use it. Thanks, Songbird. And you know what? Again, this is kind of what we need, because I've said this before, that when me and Crazy are building this, like, you have an idea yourself what you need in a mod or what you need to make a build, and then use it on a regular basis, and realize, well, you know, half the stuff in there that I've put probably wasn't going to get used, or it's being used for the wrong thing. And this is a prime example. Right, so Dino Gates. Windows. And again, even that by itself, I feel works really well. You know, from the inside, for me, it looks pretty cool because you have some massive builds with that. But again, I did say I want to use the... so we've got that, we've got the diamond, we've got the lattice, we've got 2 different stained glass windows. And I've mentioned the previous stream, each one of these can be painted individually, and even paint the what do you call it, the lead a different colour as well. It paints so well. And the plan will be to add more glass windows. But, and again, you can see it works. It's not, you can see out of this really well. So it's not just like a, you know, a blocked out thing. Words, man. Words are hard. Right, I just want to... make this like a bit of a thing. Nope, not that. We'll come back for that. Use them, Realms Cat. Give it a go. Give it a go. And I kind of feel like we need to start moving up with the roof now. So no more levels. Yeah, I feel like that is... in terms of the column size, that's as high as we're going to go with it. So this should just be fairly straightforward. This should just be a case of adding some quarter ceilings, walls, like so. Again, we might have to tweak and finesse this at some point, but I do want to get... I did say we're going to get a tower done tonight, and that is my plan. That is my plan. Sweet. And then what am I going to do? Let's try that. Do we do a... you know what? I'll do a... I'm going to have... well, it says do we do. I'm going to have to do a triple arch, aren't I? Because it's 3 wide. I suppose, like, you know what? Let's see what this looks like. Come on. There we go. Isn't that tower kind of small for one of you? Steve, it is. It is. I'm sure we can find somewhere for a bigger tower. I did say though that I didn't want to go mental with this. So I'm really just restricting myself to not going daft because it's still pretty big. Aaron, are you going to use one of the tower toppers of the top of the tower from the trim? I am indeed. Well, I'm going to have to, aren't I, really? Because the plan of this whole build was to kind of hopefully showcase what you can do with Gothic Craft, and hopefully show you some pieces that you've probably not used, because that is a lot. But that is the plan, Mike. Which one? Who knows? But we'll find out today. And then we need that, and that. Nice. Okay, that works for me. That works for me. I'm living. I'm living. I'm happy. What? Honestly, I don't know what I'm saying. Let me just save. One, two, three. I feel like as well we need to put some pillars on here, but we need to go with the fancy ones, I think. So let's see if we can do something with them and make a bit of a feature. So let's just go Why? Do I want full? Do I just go full all the way down and then I'll try from the top? I think I need full ones. I should really know what I'm doing with my pillars. Yes, okay, so we'll go from the top because I want to put a bit of a lip on this. One, two, three, four, five. Trump Tower Gothic style. That's the one, Mark. That's the one. Right, okay, so we're going to go with these. But I think we need to go... Yeah, we'll go with the bigger ones, but skin them all first. I feel like we need to put a half one in there as well, but we're just going to put these down for now, and then we'll finish the little gaps off. There we go. So I want to go 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Nope. And then flip. There we go. Right, okay, so... In fact, you know what? Let's go fatter. Let's go fatter. Yes, that works better. That's better. Right, okay. That fills that little gap in as well. That's just nicely. So, okay, flip that as well. Making the 1600s great again, says Songbird. Yeah, this is it. One brick at a time. One mod at a time. Oh, great, because it covers that gap just nicely as well. Because I was thinking I might have to put like another gargoyle or something. Like over that gap. Which I probably still could, to be fair. But I think that just covers well enough. Again, after this, I'm going to go back around the whole build at the end, because I want to get this done in 10 streams, and kind of finesse it with like decor and stuff. Oh, details, sorry. I don't want to commit to decor. Yeah, these pillars work so well. It's another thing as well, I do a lot of, obviously make the mods, but I don't really use the decor pillars much, and I really probably should use them more often, because you can do, like I say, pretty cool things with that. Right, okay, so no one's going to say that. But me. But I do think... No, I knew it. No, we haven't got a... right, okay, we're picking it up. And we're pretending that we ain't seen that for now. Unless... Do we do... Okay. We'll live with that for now. We'll live with that for now. I'm sure I'll figure something out. Right, so I think that works. Next thing we're going to do is we're going to stick the roof on, or part of the roof, and see where we are with, in terms of like the angle and stuff, or the pitch. Is it the pitch? And I feel like this needs some pinnacles as well on top of these pillars, so we'll see what we can do with that. Who knows what's going to happen, whether we've got the right size, or we'll give it a go. We'll see. I mean, you could even just top it off with this, but I think we need to go crazy with the detail. So let's go trophy. Nope, it is a artifact. How does your computer handle this? Says the Black GT. How you doing, man? It doesn't sometimes. Said the conversation earlier about my my graphics card causing me problems, but yeah, Julie Crow, how you doing, man? It's been a while. How you doing? So there's loads to choose from, and each one will make a completely different like look to this. But I want to try and go for. We haven't used many of these ever, so I'm going to go for them. I think that looks cool, and I'm probably going to have to do something with the corners because these weren't designed to sit on these pillars, the fancy pillars. So I'm sure we can figure something out. Let's try that. They'll work. Will they work? Who knows? I'm sure it will, because it'll add a curve to it. Posted Gothic City build 12 highlights on the mod Discord. I may have gone a little over the top. Why go a little over the top? Why not way over the top? Exactly. I agree. I agree with Songbird, but yeah, I don't think it's ever too much. Yeah, what took 22 hours to build? Oh my god. Oh, yes. Yes, yes, and yes. Okay. I'm going to double check if the fatter ones or the taller ones work better. But we'll do that on one of them. Oh, you can eat the garg. Oh, we can even put gargoyles on there. I forgot about them. I think that's too much. There's just me saying go for it. But yeah, that is a bit much. And you know what? We'll have to trim it off, aren't we? Oh, that covers that. You know what? That was luck more than anything else. But that works. That works. So stick these all the way around. Thank you so much. It's getting there. It is getting there. I'm happy with the progress so far. Without a doubt, I'm making progress. By the way, Aaron, so many amazing builders in your community. I have an idea for part of Extra Life. We should incorporate a community build showcase stream, maybe on yes, 100%. I would love to get the community involved with that as well. That's a min shout, Songbird. Yeah, that's exactly it, Steve. I was meant to do that. I knew that they would like glitch into there and you wouldn't be able to see them. Nothing. Sometimes just delete them. The Black GT. Because I've run out of space, or I've used the space for a build and I need it for something else. So a lot of the time I just delete them. I mean, to be fair, even with a flat roof, that would also work. Forget that bit on top, but that would also work as a tower with a flat roof. So, this is going to be the tricky part because I want to put a big pinnacle on the top, but I want it to be a big pinnacle, but I don't want it to be sticking on the top, so I'm going to have to glitch it in. I'll bring it down a little bit with pillars. The issue is figuring out how far down we go. Is it a full pillar? Is it a half pillar? So this bit's going to take a couple of minutes. Reverend says, time for me to run, then I won't make itself. And then I've got a week to my weekly radio show at 7 PM. It looks... you know what, Reverend? Thank you so much, buddy. Genuinely appreciate it. And honestly, thank you so much for Tuesday as well, mate. Ridiculous. And yeah, enjoy dinner. And yeah, hopefully you have a great show. And I'll catch you hopefully on Sunday, mate, on the next live stream. Thank you so much, Reverend. You're an absolute legend, mate. Right, so I'm going to have to do that. Bring a pillar down. I'm going to take it down to there. Now, hopefully, right, so this is the bit where it's going to be trial and error. So, let me stick that down there. I mean, to be fair, even without the big bit, something like that, if it was scaled up as well. There's loads of different sizes you can go for, but I mean, that works as well. Scale it down ever so slightly. Up a little bit. And then obviously if I put these in as well, hides the gaps. So there's that, which I think works really well. Yeah, this is good. To be fair, there's so many options with this. But I kind of like, that. But will that leave a gap? ever so slight. I don't want that gap. I want that... Right, you know what? I've got an idea. I'm going to bring it down. Let me just put a half there. And then that. And scale that to 2. And then when I put the roof on, the roof should cover the gap. Okay, so that's another option. You know what? I'm going to stick with this one. I'm not going to mess about. There's loads of things I could do with this, and to be fair, I think that works. I think these look a bit small now, so I'm going to have to change these to the bigger ones. Yes, that's better. I'll have to move these, but again, I can do these on the next stream. But in terms of the overall look at this now, I feel like we're getting there. I think we're getting there. I think it's looking pretty pretty gothic, pretty evil, like a dark. That's what I'm looking for. And again, the idea is from this angle here, looking up, it should look a bit menacing. Yeah, I like it. I think, because we're coming close to 11 o'clock, we'll probably end it there. So I do think, in my opinion, we've made quite a bit of progress tonight. We've fully completed a tower, which is like insane. As I said, I will move these on the next stream. But once we've got this wall kind of wrapping around here, and I've got what I also want to do, I kind of want to have over here where these trees are. Get out of it. I kind of want to have and I think I might do this on the next stream. I want a big tower here, and then a large kind of thin bridge connecting across that gap. And I think from there you're gonna have like this tower here and a huge tower there, not connected to this at all. Only way it'll be connected is by a little piece on a bridge. And then we can start looking at, you know, maybe steps up here to like a grand entrance. What does that look like on a night time as well? Oh, that's speeding up the time. What have we got? 9 o'clock. Yeah, we need some more. We need some more light. But once I've got light in the windows and stuff, I do feel like that kind of works. Right, I think, ladies and gentlemen, we are done. I will do a little bit of a showcase at the end when I'm off. But I need to say thank you to every single one of you who's been watching. Lots of yous in there from the start, so I can't thank you enough for that. And yeah, thanks for your ideas, your suggestions as we go. Also, as well, thanks to anyone who's watching this after the live stream as well. I do feel for you if you're following along. But thank you so much, everyone. I need to say also thanks to those who have donated tonight. That was quite a few, so let me just quickly find them. So we'll start by saying thank you so much to Mikey's Gaming Oasis for gifting 5 members. Danny Kins for 29 months. Thank you so much for your continued support. Again, Mike's Gaming Oasis with a $5 donation as well there. The Reverend coming in with a 5 gifted members. Beefy Level 5, 8 months as a member. Again, that was absolutely flew. We had Mr. Devastation becoming a member, so appreciate you. And also Crumbs at the end coming in with the 5 gifted members. Honestly, cannot thank you all enough for all of your support. I will be back on your TV or your phone or your iPads or whatever device you're using on Sunday, where we'll be continuing with this build. That'll be episode 5, so we'll be halfway to completion. But yeah, I'll catch us all on Sunday. But thank you so much, everyone. As always, all that's left for me to say is thank you so much for watching, everyone, and I'll see you all on the next stream. Bye, everyone.